What if the world you see isn't solid law but a fluid mirror, constantly reflecting the truth of who you believe yourself to be? You have fought so hard against the reflection. You've battled circumstances, negotiated with shadows, and tried to force the image in the mirror to change, but you have been fighting a ghost. Because the great secret is this: you are not the reflection. You are the one looking into it. There is a power within you, a silent absolute authority known as the I Am, that doesn't manifest reality, but selects it. And it selects based on one thing only: your assumption. Stay with me until the end, because the knowledge I am about to share will not just change your thinking, it will shatter the illusion that you are a character in a story, and awaken you to the truth that you are the author. You've been taught to look at your circumstances as the cause of your feelings, but that is a profound and tragic lie. Look around you. The world you see, the people, the bank account, the very room you're in, is not the cause of anything. It's an effect. It's a shadow cast by the one and only operant power in your universe, your own consciousness. Your reality is a mirror, a delayed reflection of what you have already accepted as true in the secret theater of your mind. Circumstances do not create your state. They reveal it. They are fossils of past beliefs. So stop fighting the shadows on the wall. They have no power. They are simply messengers, telling you what you have been assuming. The true beginning of change, the very genesis of a miracle, is born the moment you turn away from the mirror and address the one who is casting the reflection. That one, my friend, is you. The I Am within. It has always been you, and you've been looking everywhere but within for the power that shapes worlds. But this isn't about blind faith or wishful thinking. That is the game of a child, hoping for a different reflection by staring harder at the mirror. Lasting change demands a sharp, crystalline, non-negotiable belief. It's an assumption so total that it feels like a memory. Your subconscious mind is not a gentle friend to be persuaded. It is a loyal, unthinking servant awaiting a command. It doesn't respond to "I hope" or "I wish." It only moves for "I am." A half-hearted desire is a muffled order, and it will be ignored. True belief is a verdict you delivered to yourself. It's a silent, internal declaration that this is now true, regardless of the five senses screaming otherwise. This conviction is the currency of the invisible realm. It is the force that impresses your imagination upon the formless substance of reality, commanding it to take the shape of your new state. You do not get what you want. You get what you are. And what you are is simply what you believe yourself to be, with or without evidence. Here's what changes everything. The external world is a perfectly obedient mirror of your internal acceptance. It has no choice but to conform. It cannot resist the command of your sustained assumption. If you assume lack, the world will diligently and without judgment present you with empty spaces and missed opportunities. It is merely playing its part, reflecting your inner state with flawless accuracy. But if you dare to assume abundance, to feel the reality of your desires now, to walk in the shoes of the person you want to be before you see any proof, the world must rearrange itself to match this new inner structure. It will bend. It will shift. People will change their minds. Doors you never knew existed will swing open. This is not a metaphor. It is the law. The world is not solid. It is fluid, and it flows towards the mold of your deepest convictions. You are not changing the world. You are simply selecting a different version of it, one that already exists in imagination. Your subconscious mind, this incredible power, responds only to one thing: conviction. It is deaf to effort, blind to struggle, and indifferent to your justifications. You can work for 20 hours a day, but if your inner dialogue is one of struggle and scarcity, you are commanding your subconscious to create more struggle and more scarcity. It's a loyal machine, executing the blueprint you feed it with feeling. It only delivers what it perceives as undeniable truth. This is why faking it till you make it often fails. You cannot fool the subconscious. The feeling is the key. You must feel the reality of your wish fulfilled. You must live in the end, internally, so profoundly that the feeling of your new reality is more real than the world you can see and touch. This is the great secret. Your feeling state, your sustained assumption, is the only command that is ever heard. It bypasses logic, it bypasses evidence, and it goes straight to the creative center of your being. To be a creator, and not a creature of circumstance, you must consciously and deliberately believe that you are the cause. You are not the result of your past. You are the cause of your future. Your present moment is the workshop where that future is being forged. Every assumption, every feeling, every inner conversation is a hammer blow shaping what is to come. Stop waiting for the world to give you permission to be who you want to be. The power is not out there. It is the I Am within you. Claim your true identity as the operant power. Assume you already are the person you want to be. Feel the relief, the joy, the confidence of that assumption. Walk as that person. Think from that state. This isn't arrogance. It is the acceptance of your divine nature. You are the creator, the dreamer, and the dream. And the moment you truly accept this, the world will have no choice but to obey your vision. So you seek a transformation. You think a new city, a new job, or a new partner will be the catalyst for the change you crave. But this is a grand delusion. You can change the stage, the actors, and the script, but you cannot escape the main character, yourself. The old you, the one saturated with assumptions of lack and limitation, will simply recreate the same patterns in a different setting. It's a hypnotic slumber. Transformation is never an outside job. It doesn't happen by rearranging the furniture in your life. It happens by demolishing the old house of your mind and building a new one on the foundation of a new assumption about yourself. The world is just a stage, and you are projecting the play. Trying to change the world without changing the projector is an act of utter futility. The change must begin within. It must begin with the I am that you have attached your identity to. Who do you believe yourself to be? Because that is the only character you will ever be allowed to play, no matter where you go. Now go deeper. Real change begins with the raw, brutal acceptance that self-rescue is paramount. No one is coming to save you. No external event, no lottery ticket, no savior will reach into the depths of your consciousness and rewrite the beliefs that are imprisoning you. That is your work and your work alone. It starts by identifying the outdated belief systems you've mistaken for your identity. These are the silent governors of your reality, the invisible bars of a cage you don't even see. You must become a ruthless editor of your own mind, questioning every assumption, challenging every limitation. Why do you believe you are not worthy? Where did that idea come from? It is a ghost, a shadow from the past that you are allowing to dictate your present. Self-rescue is the declaration of your own sovereignty. It's the moment you stop pleading with the shadows and turn on the light of your own awareness, realizing you had the power to walk out of the cage all along. Here's what they never tell you. Confidence is not a precondition for success. It is a result of it. But I speak of an inner success. You are waiting to feel confident before you act. But the universe is waiting for you to act from a state of assumption before it grants you the feeling of confidence. It's a divine paradox. Confidence is the aroma of a belief that has been lived in. It is the natural consequence of assuming you already are the person you desire to be. So stop waiting. The feeling you seek will come after you have dared to embody the state without evidence. Action is the bridge, but not just any action. I mean the interaction of claiming your desire as a present fact. The action of thinking from the end. When you do this, when you persist in this new state, a quiet, unshakable confidence begins to bloom. It is not loud or arrogant. It is the deep, silent knowing of the I am. It is the result of your inner transformation. This is why acting as if is one of the most potent spiritual technologies ever discovered. It is not about pretending. It is about embodying. When you act as if you are already the person you wish to be, you are not lying to yourself. You are telling a deeper truth to your subconscious mind. You are giving it a new blueprint, a new set of instructions to follow. Your imagination is the workshop. You go there. You wear the feeling of the wish fulfilled. You walk as that new person. You think their thoughts, you feel their emotions. You do this repeatedly with feeling and conviction, before any evidence appears in your external world. This persistence embeds the command. It saturates your subconscious mind with a new reality, a new selection. And the subconscious, being the faithful servant it is, has no choice but to objectify this new inner state. It will move heaven and earth to make your outer world conform to the new you that you have so faithfully assumed. So the journey is not outward but inward. It is a rescue mission into the depths of your own being. It begins with the profound understanding that you are trapped not by circumstances, but by your conception of self. Your outdated beliefs are the only chains that bind you. The rescue begins the moment you decide to stop identifying with them. You are the operant power. You are the cause. Your transformation is not in the hands of fate or luck. It is in your own hands through the selection of the state you choose to occupy. Change how you see yourself, and you change the world you see. Do not take another step in the outer world until you have taken the first step in the inner one. Assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled. That is the first and final act of self-rescue. It is the key that unlocks every door. Your mind is the most powerful creative instrument in the universe. It is a machine capable of bending reality, of selecting worlds, of making the unseen seen. But a mind without a primary definite goal is a powerful machine left running without direction. It will still create, it will create, but it will create a chaotic tapestry of half-formed wishes, fleeting anxieties, and contradictory desires. Vague outcomes are the direct result of a vague mind. You hope for more, you wish for better. But these are not commands. They are mist. And your subconscious mind cannot build a palace out of mist. It requires a blueprint. It needs the sharp, defined edges of a specific vision. Without that focus, your immense operant power is scattered, wasted on creating a life that is merely a reflection of random, undisciplined thoughts. You are a king with a legion of soldiers, but you have given them no orders, so they wander aimlessly, achieving nothing. Clarity of thought, then, is the very foundation of all mental creation. Before a single stone of a temple is laid, the architect must see the entire structure in his mind, down to the last detail. This is the work you must do. You must become the architect of your destiny. This requires decisive choices. You cannot build a temple and a marketplace on the same plot of land at the same time. You must choose. What is it that you truly desire? Be specific. Be ruthless in your clarity. I want to be wealthy is a wish. I am living in a state of abundance, conscious of an income of X amount, achieved by providing Y service with integrity and joy, is a command. It is a structure. This clarity eliminates doubt and hesitation. It provides a clear channel for your power to flow. When your vision is crystal clear, your selection of reality becomes deliberate, not accidental. You stop drifting and start steering, but that's only the surface. Here's why this is a law, not a suggestion. Your subconscious mind ignores unclear commands. It is not its job to interpret your vague yearnings. It is a mechanism of execution, not of translation. An ambiguous command is treated as no command at all. When you send it a foggy signal of, "I just want to be happy," it defaults to its existing programming, the safety zone. It will keep you right where you are, because where you are is a known, defined state, even if it's one of misery. The subconscious prefers a familiar misery over an undefined future. It thrives on certainty. This is why you feel stuck. It's not that the power isn't working. It's that you haven't given it a clear, compelling, and specific destination. Your inaction is a result of its inaction, and its inaction is a result of your lack of clarity. You are in a state of paralysis by ambiguity. Profound change, therefore, begins not just with action, but with clarity. You must retreat from the noise of the world and define your vision with absolute precision. What does it look like? What does it feel like? Your goals must be precise and measurable, not for the sake of cold logic, but so you can attach a vivid sensory feeling to them. But more than that, you must have a deep personal reason, a why that sets your soul on fire. This why is the emotional charge, the fuel that turns a simple thought into a creative force. It is the feeling that is the key. Clarity without emotion is sterile. Action without clarity is chaos. But when you combine a crystal clear vision with a profound burning desire, you create a focused beam of creative energy that is irresistible. You give your subconscious a destination and the fuel to get there at lightning speed. So, take command of your inner world. Stop being a passive observer of your own meandering thoughts. Think deliberately. Choose your primary aim. Write it down. Visualize it. Feel its reality now. Make it the central governing star in the constellation of your mind. Let every other thought and action orbit around this definite purpose. This is the essence of being a conscious creator. It is the discipline of directing your power instead of letting it dissipate. Your mind is a garden, and deliberate thinking is the act of pulling the weeds of ambiguity and planting the seeds of a specific desired reality. A clear command, charged with the feeling of its own truth, is a seed that must grow. It is the law. The universe does not respond to your wishes, it responds to your conviction, and conviction is born of clarity. Listen closely. Your subconscious mind is a loyal, powerful, and terrifyingly literal machine. It has no sense of humor. It does not discern between a joke and a command. It simply executes whatever is repeated with consistency and charged with emotion, whether spoken aloud in the marketplace or whispered silently in the chamber of your skull. Every word you think, every sentence you form in your internal dialogue, is a direct instruction being fed into the creative engine of your reality. It is a constant stream of programming. You are hypnotizing yourself moment by moment with the stories you tell yourself about yourself. You think your thoughts are private, harmless things. They are not. They are the invisible ink with which you are writing the script of your life, and your subconscious, the faithful actor, will perform any role you assign to it, without question or deviation. It only knows how to obey the dominant vibration of your inner speech. This is why negative self-talk, even when disguised as a joke or humility, is spiritual poison. When you say, "Oh, I'm always broke," you have just delivered a powerful, non-negotiable command to your inner world. Your subconscious doesn't hear the irony. It hears the order. Produce more lack. Ensure a state of being broke. When you mutter, "I'm so stupid," after a small mistake, you are reinforcing an identity of incompetence, programming your mind to create more scenarios where you will prove that statement true. This is the mechanism of self-sabotage. It isn't a mysterious force working against you. It is you, working against yourself through the undisciplined use of your own creative power. You are casting spells on yourself with every self-deprecating phrase. You are building your own prison with the bricks of your careless words. Stop it. Recognize that every word matters because every word is a seed planted in the fertile soil of your consciousness. Now, here's what changes everything. Just as careless words build a prison, intentional words can build a palace. The transformation begins when you replace your automatic, self-deprecating phrases with deliberate, energized, life-giving words. This is not about lying to yourself. It is about choosing a higher truth. Instead of, "I can't afford it," the new, inner dialogue becomes, "I am the source of my own supply. All things are available to me." Instead of, "This is too hard," it becomes, "I am capable and resourceful, and I find a way." At first, it may feel awkward. The external world may not yet reflect it, but you persist. You are not describing your current reality. You are commanding a new one into existence. This disciplined shift in inner dialogue is the most profound habit you can cultivate. It will transform your behavior, your relationships, your health, and the opportunities that seem to magically appear. They are not magic. They are the result of your new broadcast. Discipline in language is the secret key. It is the art of combining right thinking with deep emotion, vivid imagery, and persistent repetition. This is how you turn a simple thought into a real belief. First, you choose the words that align with your desired state, clarity. Then, you infuse them with the feeling of that state being true right now, emotion. You see it in your imagination. You feel the texture of it, the joy, the relief, imagery. And finally, you repeat this inner ceremony relentlessly, day and night, until it becomes your dominant assumption, repetition. This is the formula for impressing the subconscious mind. It is how you overwrite the old programming of lack and fear with the new programming of abundance and power. Your thoughts are the architects, but your words, charged with feeling, are the master builders that turn the blueprint of your imagination into the solid reality you experience. Therefore, guard the gates of your mind. Become a vigilant sentinel of your inner conversations. What are you saying to yourself right now? Is it building the life you desire, or is it reinforcing the life you wish to escape? Your inner dialogue is not a commentary on your life. It is the very substance that is creating it. It is a prayer that is always being answered. When you take full responsibility for every word that flows through your consciousness, you reclaim your operant power. You stop being a victim of your own thoughts and become the master of your reality. Your words are the chisel, your mind is the marble, and the life you are living is the statue you are carving. What masterpiece are you choosing to create? For what you say to yourself in the secret of your soul, that, and only that, you will become. You have done the inner work. You have chosen your state, clarified your vision, and disciplined your inner dialogue. But now comes the great test. Resolve. Resolve is the iron in your spiritual spine. It is the cold, quiet decision to persist in your assumption, even when the entire world screams that you are a fool. It is not a fleeting emotion like excitement or motivation. Those are waves that come and go. Resolve is the deep, silent ocean beneath. It is the fuel you burn when logic fails you. when your senses betray you, when the time lag between your inner assumption and its outer manifestation tries your soul. Resolve is a choice. It is not dependent on circumstances. It is the commander of circumstances. It is the conscious activation of your will to remain faithful to the unseen reality, to the new you that you have selected. Without resolve, the most beautiful vision is merely a daydream, destined to die at the first sign of opposition. But resolve has subtle enemies. The most dangerous are overthinking and the fear of failure, often disguised as logical reasoning. After you have made your choice, a part of your old self will rise up to challenge it. It will whisper, "How will it happen? What are the steps? Is this really possible?" This analysis is not a search for a plan. It is a manifestation of doubt. It is an attempt to kill the new belief by dissecting it with the blunt tools of your old reality. Logic can only reason from what has already happened. It cannot comprehend the birth of something new. Fear of failure will parade as caution, urging you to have a backup plan. But a backup plan is a declaration of disbelief. It is a command to your subconscious that you expect to fail. You must be ruthless here. You must starve these voices. Once the assumption is made, your work is not to figure out the how. Your work is to remain in the state of the wish fulfilled. Your new belief is a seed. It is a living, potent, but incredibly delicate thing in its infancy. You would not plant a seed and then dig it up every day to see if it's growing. Nor would you plant it in a field and invite a herd of cattle to trample over it. Yet, this is what you do when you share your fragile newborn assumptions with those who are cynical, skeptical, or deeply invested in your old identity. Their doubt, their ridicule, their well-meaning concerns are toxic energy. They are poison to the tender sprout of your new reality. Protect your belief. Hold it sacred in the temple of your own consciousness. Incubate your new idea in silence. There is immense power in secrecy. The womb is a dark, silent place for a reason. Great things are gestated in the quiet, protected from the harsh glare of the outer world until they are strong enough to be born. So choose wisely who you allow into the sacred garden of your mind. Share your dreams only with those who will water them, not with those who will poison them with doubt. Or better yet, for a time, share them with no one. Let your conviction be a secret affair between you and your deeper self, the I Am. Let your actions be the only announcement of your transformation. When your new reality has hardened into fact, when the seed has become a mighty tree, there will be plenty of time to speak of it. But in the beginning, silence is your shield and your sanctuary. It allows the assumption to take root, to grow deep into the soil of your subconscious without interference. It is an act of supreme self-respect to recognize that your vision is too sacred to be submitted for the approval or disapproval of others. Your belief does not require a committee. It only requires your unwavering conviction. This unshakable belief, this resolve, is the one decisive factor that separates the master from the dreamer. Look at the giants of history, the Edisons, the Fords, the Wright brothers. They were not met with applause. They were met with ridicule. Their senses and the consensus of society told them their vision was impossible. But their belief was not a preference. It was a law they had passed in the parliament of their own minds. They lived in the end, so fully and with such unyielding resolve, that reality itself was forced to reshape itself to accommodate their vision. This is the ultimate power. When your belief in your assumption is absolute, when your resolve to persist is unbreakable, your vision ceases to be a possibility and becomes an inevitability. The world does not yield to your wishes. It yields to your conviction. You are not changing the world. You are selecting a new one, and it is done. The feeling you hold right now is the blueprint for your tomorrow. So, the only question that matters is, who have you just decided to become? Let me know in the comments what new truth you are now embodying. If this message awakened the creator within you, subscribe to this channel and activate the notification bell, because our work has just begun. And if you're ready to move from knowing this law to mastering it, the next video is waiting for you. Click it now and let's go deeper.